happiness through curiosity on TRS Clips. Have you gone deep in the Himalayas yourself?
Yes, some beautiful experiences.
Most beautiful experience, which you're allowed to share.
My guru has given me nudges on my head and sent me to some great saints. People say that, everything doesn't exist, but there are great saints living in the mountains who are 150 years old plus, who are looking like 30. Like, even if you look at my guru, she is 80, 85 plus. She is faster than all of us in the room. So there are great people operating. Mountains, they have great yogis. Great yogis. They just sit, do their job. There are few heroes working behind the curtains. Whatever gurus we see now in public, they are great gurus, but there are great gurus also who are working. And just sitting there, they're uplifting so many like us.
How?
I will tell you something. Suppose you have a pain in your ankle. Do I need to tell you? You know it. Once you tap into that frequency, you just know and you just do things. It is only out of compassion. These great gurus also reincarnate again and again with only one agenda, that the dharma goes on. All these rishis have only one goal, that one day we merge into that oceans of consciousness.
So, the unevolved human being has free will, and sometimes that free will makes you do evil things like go to war, kill people, rob banks, rob people, etc. Here we have these evolved beings who choose to come back to the physical realm, take birth in human form, but try staying away from society in order to keep their evolved minds evolved.
Very interesting.
No, this is a theory.
Yeah.
Please correct me if I'm wrong after what I pitch. They're sitting out there in the mountains. They're definitely doing some work in the higher planes. In terms of, I don't know, they're channelizing light to the world. I don't know how else to articulate this thought.
Yeah.
They're praying for us. They are probably causing circumstances within the lives of influential human beings. Those human beings are living through their life with circumstances coming at them, with someone coming and saying, hey, you know what? You should start this business. You should become a cricketer. You should enter politics. You should become an actor.
Yeah.
But even those people and those circumstances are coming from somewhere. These evolved beings are probably responsible in some way in order to send those circumstances and situations. What else? Or have I said something wrong?
No, you're going on the right path. Two things. Let's talk about free will. Okay. Free will and destiny. There is nothing called free will. Because when I use the term free will, that means at this moment you can leave your body and come back in your body. At this moment you can stop this time and space. We make our own choices. And when I talk about destiny is moksha. Destiny, if say I'm meeting R bhai is my destiny, that means abhi zindagi bhar I'm here only. Because that is English translation. So we have moksha. Secondly, there is only choices. And there's karma. Karma is something very powerful that works. We can't run it. You might be the greatest yogi, but you will, if you have taken a human body, you will go to the law of karma. It is there. Secondly, talking about these great rishis, imagine you're just an instrument. Everything will happen through you. And yes, they come just for the goal of upliftment of human beings. So they will come in circumstances, but only if you have surrendered and you're asking for help.
How do you do that?
There's only one thing you can surrender, is your ego. That's it. You can't offer God. I see people worshipping God, giving, Bhagavad Gita says something there are 4 kinds of bhaktas, we used to do this in school also, I'm sure everyone. The first bhakta is, oh, my life is miserable. Oh no, Bhagwan ne mujhe aise hi bataya. Horrible nonsense. Always cribbing and crying for small things and blaming God. Second is very interesting. Oh, I have an exam today. God, I'll give you chocolate and you give me 100 marks. Third is, I want to see God. I want to know who God is. I want to talk to him. And fourth was surrender. Jo hoga, hum face kar lenge because I have him. Now, after talking about this, Bhagwan, when I say Bhagwan, it's Lord Krishna. He says something very beautiful. How when a child cries, he goes to the father. Similarly, all these 4 are equal because they are coming to me. So depending upon your evolution, you pray to God. But you're praying to who? To him also. So in our case, it is Kal Bhairav, Krishna. For someone who's praying Shakti, it's Kali. Or looking Hanuman, it's Hanuman. But with that understanding, they all are one. If you say that my Kal Bhairav is cooler than Shiva, ego. That is what is happening now, which is very sad. that my God is greater than your God. They're not understanding that the sun shines equally even for a beggar and a saint.
Or my religion is greater than your religion.
Finish.
Same thing.
Problem.
It's actually your ego
It's
speaking.
actually an ego, that I'm more powerful than yours.
Which is anti-spiritual in the first place.
Yes. Which is very, very sad. And
okay. This is coming from someone who has moved to Rishikesh and who's fully immersed in practice.
Yeah, I think it is all, to be honest, very honestly, it is just His grace that He's holding us. But at the same time, whenever I get an ego rise, He will knock me on my head and get me back because the sadhana is there. And it is not by reading any book or, reading Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Veda. No, it will come when you are experiential beings. And how to become experiential beings? Only through a sadhana. One day at a time with the right attitude will change your world. And slowly you will realize an enlightened being is a small person. You think, oh, Rishikesh will see why old people walking with sticks and all. Oh, okay. But these are great human beings in the mountains. The mountains, the trees, the cosmos is supporting them. And they're like gods walking on earth. That is a Rishi, higher than gods.
Do you see them in Mumbai?
In many forms. Yes, in many forms playing their role. But not a Rishi. A highly evolved being. A Rishi doesn't need to step out. There are many, many kinds of Rishis also. In fact, in the text, there are 3. Oh, there's a very beautiful story I would love to share if you're okay with it. Ved Vyasa was the one who got the Vedas for us. Okay, he didn't get. We call him. He articulated. That means all the parts of knowledge was there. He got the Vedas together, and he had a very amazing son called Sri Shukha. He was born in cosmic consciousness. He was born as a god. Like, I'm talking about him at a later stage, but there are few incidents which just gives me goosebumps when I read it for the first time. And there's a scene where he's walking, and Vedvyasa is saying that don't go. You have a role to play. The entire world needs this knowledge. And he just turns around and looks at his father, and from the mountains, from the sky, from the trees, I am here, I am here, I am here. The sound comes. So that state of a human being is everywhere. And he always looked young. He was always in cosmic bliss. And when you came under his circumference, you will also get, at times you get goosebumps when you see someone. People started getting. So these humans are there. And whenever there is something wrong, such people will come, keep us grounded. That is the role of Rishis. Those are Rishis. But yes, there are highly evolved beings who are operating. And I think that people have a misconception that, oh, orange dadi hai. And no. I think you are a very evolved being. You're getting so much knowledge. You're playing your role. But a time will come and you will think, bas, only sadhana will come. Then the game will change.
Time came a year ago.
Yeah. But this is something great you're doing. We need this. So that is your dharma now. And you can't run away from your dharma. Imagine through your talks, one person there being uplifted. So much blessings is coming to you. And that will help you to remove your karma also. But if you have a wrong intention that main kar raha hu, I am YOLO, then gone.
Do you think there's people in the film industry or in the business world who are also highly evolved beings?
There might be, but depends upon, we all are living 2 lives. One is your internal growth and other is the external growth. Like, people may judge me that, uske haath pe tattoos hai, which I get a lot. But inside I'm someone else. So there might be many, many, many people. I'm very sure there might be. And people change with time. People change. And you can change any time where, only after revolution there's evolution. Spiritual path, people think, oh, he's a monk sitting like this, wearing orange clothes. Kya zindagi se bhag raha hai? But the battle against your ego is the greatest battle you can have. So we call it the bed of thorns. And after walking through the thorns, it becomes a bed of roses. Because they both are together always. So the path is very painful. So it depends. And one emotion, in fact, all the great Rishis and all the stories when you read in Puranic stories and all the great Rishis, they have gone through the deepest, darkest times and then rise and shine has happened. So much to learn. But, nowadays we are selective convenience. I'm spiritual only when everything is convenient for me. And when things are not going, oh, God is like this. But you are responsible for your own. Like, you are here because we want to be here. The doors were now to go in or come out is up to me. That awareness is there, then anyone can evolve. Anyone. And I think, we are scared of only one thing. Losing our identity. especially in this big industry, they have so much so that's the way. And once you let go, then you can do magic.
Which is why material growth actually feeds your ego, knowingly or unknowingly.
Yeah, okay, you have fancy cars, you have everything, but if you don't have the breath, now you are liking me, I'm liking you. There's a very amazing energy that is so much from past sanskaras. If I die this moment, you won't even come close to me. If you understand that this energy is in everything and you tap into that, rich, poor, nothing matters. You are the sun then, always shining.
So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to TRS Clips for more.